Right, guys, so we're getting down here on a $234 kayak experiment. Actually, $234 fishing kayak experiment. So we got on down there at Walmart. Pretty good kayak there for fishing, catching fish on, fish off, stuff like that. Hey guys, Edward Halterman, Office of the Pacific. I'm heading down to Walmart. Get on down in there and get ourselves a couple items down there in the Walmart there. So we're going down there to pick up a kayak that I got. So I'm pretty excited. Even though I love my float tube, just want to have the option to get more miles because several times I've been out. Let me move this camera over here so it's not going all over the frickin' place. That's better. Yeah, so several times I went out on my float tube and I did like 8 to 10 miles on that thing. That's a lot of freaking miles. So I run that much, so it's not a big deal, but just different things are kind of sore for like 3 days after. So I thought it'd be better to have a kayak just to do that option to get, you know, go longer range if I wanted to at least have the option. So yeah, so I'm going to pick it up. I'm really excited. This is going to be the 7th kayak that I've owned. So I've owned a lot of them. So this one, I'm going to try something a little different. Instead of running out and spending like 1,400 bucks on a kayak, or get one of those, I don't know if it's called Hobie or Hobby, whatever. I think it's Hobie. I'm going on the cheap, so because I know how I am, and every time I buy one of these freaking things, I end up spending even more money to like trick it out and do all these different things that nobody does. Like at one point I had put on a 22-gallon bait tank on the kayak, and I had like well, the most bait I had in there was like 110 baits. And I remember one time I entered this kayak tournament for fishing. I ended up catching the biggest fish, but unfortunately didn't count as a black sea bass. So, but when I entered the competition, all the guys could not believe the bait tank that I made. I mean, it was run off a gel cell battery, and it was really dialed in. And I just used a bilge pump to, you know, recirculate the water, so it's pretty cool. But anyway, so I remember all these guys. I won't say the website. They're from a certain website that deals with float tubers. Let's just leave it like that. So anyway, they were all giving me crap about it. They said, "You're freaking nuts, this is stupid, it's too much weight, blah, blah, blah." So anyway, fast forward 10 years later, I went to that site just for kicks. Almost every single one of those guys had the same tank that I made. Now they have it on their kayaks. Yeah, I don't want to say the website, I really do, but I'm not going to. So anyway, I'm excited to get this kayak, and I went on the cheap. I think it ended up costing me like $234 out the door. I've pretty much already bought everything I want to use to trick it out. So I just spent, essentially, I just did like another 100-something bucks. I upgraded the seat and some other little nuances that Eduardo likes to do. So yeah, so here we go. We're almost to Walmart. I'm excited. Yeah, cool. I got a little hair in the lens there. It's kind of, yeah. Hey guys, so I just got it. I'm kind of moving along here. Got the new kayak. Cool. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is gonna be the fun part. I have no idea if this is gonna freaking work or not. We'll see. We'll see if this will even load up in here. I didn't get a roof rack yet because most of them freaking suck. So I haven't found there's a special one that you really need for this element for it to work right. And I have not found it yet. So here we go. Cool. Let's do this. Keep this rolling in here and see what we got. Take the cart, bro. I got it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I got packed way heavier in this.
Oh,
okay. Nice. Fire in the hole. That's going to be a whole nother issue. I don't think there's any way to do it. Oh well, Honda Element, it's a brilliant truck except for this. So we got it in there and it actually, that's freaking funny. It kind of freaking fits. There's nothing to lock that rear gate hatch thingy, whatever the heck you call it. So that's the only problem. So this is freaking awesome. I'm fired up. This yak is the bomb, baby. Woohoo! Good then to catch the freaking halibut. Cool. All right, heading home. Cool, it is on, baby. Goes up in there somewhere. Hey everyone, Edward Halterman, Office of the Pacific. I just wanted to give you an update on where I'm at. So far it's going stellar. So this cost me $234 freaking dollars. It's a joke on what you get for this thing because it's really fast in the water. It's light, I can throw it up on my truck no problem. These are only about, I think 59, 60 pounds. So I could probably do up to about 125, but then after that I'm gonna be pushing it. So, but this one I can throw like a freaking wet noodle. I got my anchor down here, which is badass. This is my own creation. Like I said, I like to have it mobile, so I can just kind of do this one-handed. Like that, kind of clamp it there, or I can use any of the pad eyes as well with another carabiner clip. I just throw it on like one of these pad eyes here, and then I clip it through there. So it's really outstanding. I love it. Anyway, so nobody's done this right here. Check that out. It's total badass. Front-facing camera with a Ceramonic cam mic on the GoPro. People, those work outstanding. It's great sound, so check them out. Nobody really knows about it, so you guys need to do it. It's really awesome. Changes the whole game throwing a Ceramonic cam mic on top of your GoPro. Now, on 4K, it does show a little bit of the tip. It's a shorter shotgun, but if you're doing 1080 or 1440p, it's awesome. Yeah, so I have my net there. I use a real short one, a short net, just because a lot of times when I hook fish, I get excited, and with longer nets, I have a tendency to stretch out, and a lot of times that'll shift your balance on a kayak, and I've rolled 3 of them, and it sucks.
being under the water, rolling it really sucks. And one time I lost like about a 30-pound sea bass. Oh God, that hurt. When I rolled over, I netted the fish, and when the kayak flipped, I felt the fish in my net shaking its head. So I had it in the net, but what happened is I sucked down water, got tangled in kelp, almost drowned. I didn't have my freaking life jacket on like a dumbass. Anyway, that's never happened again since then. With the life jacket, I always have it on. This is my little thingy there, my bait tank. It's an 8-gallon, it's not a 5-gallon, so when I turn it into a live well, it'll become like about a 6-gallon roughly. I'm gonna probably throw a bilge on there, which is pretty cool, so I can keep something other than smelt, because with a bilge and you recirculate the water, you can take everything else. You can take mackerel, anchovy, sardine, although mackerel probably wouldn't be ideal in that kind of a small container. I'll probably mod a bigger bait tank back here. I just haven't had the time yet. Probably the max I would do is one of those Hobie Outback 2020s, which I'm looking into. But right now, I'm just going to fish the hell out of this because got this, got my float tube. The hell else do I need? All the spots I fish are not that far offshore. They're virtually within the 1 mile range, more like a half mile. That's pretty much all I need to cover to get halibut, sea bass, all that good stuff. So it's just called being an old man and having experience, that's all.